Hey, welcome back. I am very excited to be filming this because I'm getting ready to show you all how I'm setting up my business planner for the first 6 months. So I have a undated business planner that is available. Many of you know this, but if you don't know, I have a planner and I love it, and it's been revamped from the original one that I created on here. I used to make them handmade, and so now I have them where I can produce them at a higher volume, which is amazing, and be able to get them to you all. And so what is really cool about this planner is it's a 6-month undated planner, which undated, y'all, is literally my savior right now, because in some seasons I use the planner religiously, like back to back to back weeks, and there's sometimes where I take a little bit of a break if things are slower or whatever is going on. And so undated allows for you to just come back, and that's what I love about it. So I have these things here to show you because I'm trying to break down my planning stuff and everything. I'm also going to do just an overall what I'm using to plan for the year, but I wanted to specifically do one about this one because I know I talk a lot about entrepreneurship and all of that. So there are 3 things I have sitting here. The first thing is the tabs. So these tabs actually were created specifically for this planner, and you can get them pretty much at any point. If you have a planner from me, you can order these to go with it, and they will ship out pretty soon if you'd like to be able to set this up with me as well. But I'm going to be using these in some specific sections within the planner and possibly DIYing a couple things, so we'll get into that. And then I have this journal. This is also from my shop. I love this one, CEO, Dreamer, Innovator, Entrepreneur. And this is going to be my journal for the year, or at least for the first 6 months. I tend to take a lot of notes, spread out a lot. I have a lot of ideas, and I've shared in the past that I am really guilty of writing a lot of things down on sticky notes and not knowing where stuff is. So I'm dedicating to picking my one journal. If I fill it up, then I'll move on to another one. But this is going to be my journal, my baby. It's going to be messy in here, and it's just specifically for me to put all my business ideas, and I love it. These small journals are amazing because they can just get tossed right in a bag. So if you're working at a coffee shop or if you're bringing it to work with you, you can easily just have this and pull it out. And I want it to be a companion with my planner, so if I'm jotting some things down, I can easily move it into here. In addition, I'll mention that I still do use ClickUp and Google Calendar. That is kind of like my digital portion of planning, and I've shared videos in the past about that. So yeah, this is the one that I went with. I went with the Lavender Bun Girl, and I do have my business name on there, which is not an option at this time, but I just added on there for myself, for my copy. So basically, we are gonna get into this. If you already have your planner, then definitely pop it out so we could do this together, or you can order yours, or if you have another planner option, because I definitely am not about it just being about me. If you have another planner you're using for business, feel free to pull it out, grab a snack, and let's start planning for 2023. So the first thing I want to do in here is I want to actually add the tabs. I do have plans of using it for the first 6 months of the year, so I'm gonna go ahead and add those in, and then I'll come back to these beginning pages. Okay, so the first monthly section. So every monthly section in here actually has a total of 6 pages, but I'm gonna put my tab right here on this first one, even though there's this little monthly blueprint, and then there's also the month on 2 pages. So there's tons of spots you can put it. I'm gonna actually put mine right here, and I'm gonna set it up so that it's just kind of maybe a little bit of space in between each tab. We'll see how it works out. I think I'm gonna do the first one and the last one, and then come back and do the middle one, so then that way they can kind of somewhat line up together. But yeah, these are just some really nice durable little stickers from my shop that you can have for your tabs, and they're nice. And then if for some reason it changes, you can always pull it off. They're not removable, so it may rip the paper a little bit, but if you're gentle and careful, you could definitely get it off. I've done it before. So okay, we have January on there, and then let's go to the last month in here, last monthly section. And I'm gonna put it at the bottom, and then that way I can kind of do the middle how I want to do it. So what would that be? June, January, February, March, April, but yes, June. Okay, y'all, I promise I did graduate from high school and college and all of that. I promise. Okay, so let's put this on. And again, I'm open to the undated, so I can always change this if I'm like, oh, I wasn't in here this month, but I'm really trying to get better about not being all over the place with my planning. I have a very clear system that I'm going to share with you all in that how I'm planning for 2023 video of how I'm planning to be consistent in this year and just using all of the different stuff where they fit in. I like kind of playing around with different things to just see what works. And so I felt like that was kind of what this year was for me, and really all the years, honestly, all the different planning systems I've used. If you just on this channel alone, you can see the amount of planners and different things I've tried out. So I would just say if you have these, make sure you push down on them to just make sure that they are secured. And then I'm gonna move on to the next month. Okay, so now we have February. So I like to just take the month, I just like this first month, I like to take that just to kind of figure out how I want it to go on there. And I do have a full flip through of this planner, so if you are interested in just seeing all of the specific pages, I'm not going to go over every single thing in this video. You can check out the flip through to see what all is inside. All right, so now we can go ahead and flip all of these over. I mean, I think the placement is good. I like it. Again, it's not perfect. I think if anything, February could maybe be moved a little bit. Let's do that. Okay, so that part is done. The tabs do stick out a bit. I did want to point that out. That may or may not bother some people, but I wanted to show that. Okay, so that is the first thing that I wanted to do in here. And another way you could avoid that is you could, of course, push the sticker in a little bit more, but then it might stop the month from showing as much, but just wanted to mention that. And then I have these other ones here that are just some extra ones. So we have planning, this week, goals, launch, and then there's a blank one. So what I am envisioning with these is there is a launch section in here. So I want to put one up for that. But I also want to create one that is actually on like a separate piece of paper. I'll kind of show y'all what I mean in a second here. I want to create one that's almost like just a bookmark that can be added in here at any point. It could be done on cardstock or something like that. And then it could be used to just mark my place, and it's gonna just be this week, and that is gonna be the way I'll be able to find where I am at that time. I don't think I'm gonna use this month, but I think this week and launch are the two that I wanna do. So I'm gonna grab the stuff to create that. Okay, so I took a little bit of a break really quick to make that stuff. I'll insert some clips, but basically I created these two little kind of bookmark situations, just made the design right in silhouette, printed them out, let the machine cut them, and then laminated them really quick. And I'm gonna add the tabs to the top of these so I can move it around, because I feel like these stickers are not necessarily something you would just keep in one spot. You want them to kind of grow with you as you're using the planner. So I'm gonna do it for that. This particular project, definitely not required to do all of this, but I like to do things like this. It kind of keeps me excited to use it. So I've never tried this before with these stickers. I'm hoping it'll work because these are stickers. I mean, there's a chance that they could open up. They're not like perfect foolproof, but we will try this out together. So I'm gonna stick this on first. This is the launch one. I'm gonna kind of put it on one side and then do the other one on the other side, so then that way they will not overlap each other if they're both in the planner at the same time. So I'll show you what I mean. We'll do one that says launch, and then another one that says this week is the other one I want to do. And I'm going to put that one on this side. And now they're just like bookmarks. Now, if you do have a binding machine that is this style, you could always punch it so you can pull it in and out, but I really just want these to be easy to just kind of slip in. And so now we have these. So let's just see what it would look like if it's in there. There's that one. And there's that one. I like it. Isn't that cute? That is really cute. Okay, so we have our little stuff. We getting our setup together. So really the only other thing I was gonna do with you all while I was on here is create this page in here. So I have a lot of just space that I've added to make sure that you have plenty of room to write. So I'm gonna fill all this out on my own time and everything. Definitely stay tuned. I am gonna be doing a quarterly planning video, so I will be using this and all of that. Okay, so there's a section after the quarterly planning pages right here, and it's just a dot grid. It can focus on whatever you want, but what I'm gonna actually do is use this as a wins set of pages, and then I will just add to it. So I'm actually gonna add some fun stuff that happened from 2022 because I think that would be cool to just keep myself motivated and to remember. And so first thing, I'm gonna actually just use these little midliner pens, and I'm gonna letter the word wins on here. I feel like I should just kind of do this with pencil first, but I'm gonna just go for it. I'm kind of scared because I don't want to mess it up, but let's just do it. Wins. So just different things that I'm proud of that I'm doing over the time. That is what I'm gonna be using this set of pages for. And then I can either just write it in pen or I can write it in different colors. And I think different colors might be kind of fun. So I'm gonna just write a couple with you all and we're gonna wrap this video up. One of the major things I did this year was I closed my stationery shop and I launched the Inspire Blueprint. So I'm really just gonna focus on more of the positive part of that, and that is the launch. Even though closing was positive because it opened up so much freedom for me that I didn't even realize until I finally did it. So I'm gonna just put here, launched the I launched the Inspire Blueprint. That was really exciting. Also, another win, let's see, I launched my podcast as well, so I'm gonna write that one in. And this can be whatever you want, like maybe you hit a milestone in the amount you make, maybe you sell so many of something and you just wanna have a place to come and remind yourself when you're feeling a little bit discouraged. That's what this is all about, is to just encourage you. I really want this planner to be an accountability partner. That was why I created it for myself and for anyone that uses it. I really want it to feel like it's rooting you on. It's there with all of your plans and just the different things that you're trying to do. Okay, so let's see, what else did I do? I hit 20K on YouTube, so I'm gonna put that. And let's see, I'm gonna add a couple others. Okay, so I added a few more. I'm definitely gonna fill this up and I'm gonna leave some room for the wins for 2023, of course. But I encourage you to figure out a fun thing to do with this page or in whatever you're using to plan with. Like if there is a blank page in the back, if there's a notes section, take advantage of that and use it to celebrate yourself and have it as a place you can regularly check just when you need a little bit of encouragement. I think we all could use some encouragement, especially in entrepreneurship, because there's just so many different things happening from moment to moment. So that is the setup for this. I think for the next one, when I do my next 6-month setup, I might get the sage color. Y'all, that sage color is so pretty. I have it in a journal over here just to show you like how pretty is this color. So I think for the second half of the year, I'm gonna do a sage colored one because I really love the way that that looks. And I'm actually thinking about possibly bringing this option as one of the covers. We'll see, because there will be some more cover options coming later in the year, but that's pretty much it. So thank you all so much for watching and kind of getting my planner set up with me. Tons of planning and stuff to do, tons of planning content to come, but we are really diving in and just taking little baby steps to get there. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye.